afternoon, everybody. Just a few slides, and we end for today. So let's start for learn a little bit about Gexel. We are a call center, but we are not a call center for Gexel. We are a call center for our partner or client. So that is a pretty exciting place to work if you are in the IT, because the only thing that cannot happen is that you are getting down, because if we are down, all our clients get down at the same time. So just an example is, you know, the retail Zara. Right now we are manage 100% of his client relationship. That means social media, chat, email, call of Brazil. 100% of all the traffic from Canada, and 70% of the US traffic. So that is great. So that is the idea of what we did. So let's start our stories. We start before COVID. We were a fully in-house, and we have 5 regional offices through the province of Quebec. And for taking any chat, respond any chat, any email, or taking any call, we were in that office. The agent need to be physically present in one of the office. And the history that we are going to share with you today is how we passed to have our service exposed to the entire world or client. So the transformation began because COVID was approaching, the news start coming on, and everybody was in the office, so we need to figure this out, how we start continue the business if something happening, and the end happened. So our backend solution, our call center platform, is VocalConf. It's a multi-domain, multi-server, compiled proprietary solution that we cannot touch at all. It was installed, we pay for it. It's there. It's a robust solution, but is built to be inside an office and not to be exposed over internet to different users. So that is the start point. And we need to expose and accommodate all our agents to be able to take call from home. So we quickly deploy 2 proof of concept, NGX and HAProxy. At the time, we only use NGX for a couple of small web services that we expose for some clients as reverse proxies. But in the proof of concept that was quick, HAProxy, the configuration of HAProxy, the flexibility of the deployment of HAProxy made the cut in the open source solution. And we reached out the HAProxy team, and we start the partnership. And we care a lot for the security, because the matter of the business. And in fact, this is all the security model that we implemented in our solution. And for the good of the tech, it's very important you to know about the back end. It don't care if we are 400 people, 600 people in the office, or we have HAProxy up front. He just see either he has 400 people using different IP, or he has 400 people using only one IP. So we don't have any communication whatsoever with the backend. So we put HAProxy on top. This is the high-level diagram of the solution. And let's talk a little bit about a stick table and some of the authentication that we put on top of that. But we were not able to do anything without rely in the support of HAProxy, and that is what we make us able to do and accomplish the deployment, because we were no knowledge of the technology at all. And this is just some examples of the ticket that we create. So really thank you to the support department of HAProxy. You make it for us. Okay, so a stick table. We believe in the security first, and then go production. So we don't trust no one that use our application. So What we did, we passed several weeks, months, study all the traffic, all the heartbeat, all the synchronization of the different service or application that use our solution to fully understand and map out that in a stick table, depending on the use that you're going to do. So at the beginning, we only expose one IP, one port, and one domain name. If you bypass that, you're going to have access to a second domain name, only one port, and then so on. And in any moment before you reach your final destination inside our application, we can drop your connection and you need to start again. Until you finally arrive to you're going to work as an agent, at that moment we let you work and we don't drop any connection. So this is just a small example how we use it. And then on top of the stick table and the security, we were asked to put a multi-factor authentication. And we partnered out with Thales Group because they have a good integration with our firewall. And the problem is that Thales has also a SAML integration solution. HAProxy have a solution for SAML authentication, but neither or both know each other. So we raise a ticket to the support, and we meet together in a meeting, and HAProxy give all the register key documentation access to everything to Thales Group, and we were able to start build that integration from their part. From our part, as an internal at Gexel, we need to know how we can approach and how we can secure the use of that cookie that we set. So when the SAML work, he put a cookie in the browser of the client, and for how many times? We have agents that work 15 minutes, 4 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. So the final solution, let's put the cookie for 24 hours. There is no a good number for that. And what we did was, with the use of the stick table, we identify when an agent leaves the computer, when a person leaves the computer open and go away. We were able to synchronize that traffic, and we create an idle timeout. So you leave the computer, or at least we believe that you leave the computer, and we close your connection. We no longer let you work. You need to re-authenticate again. That is an example of the configuration. So, SAML, we have the cookie in place, but if you left the computer, we wipe out your credentials. But now, how we can do something like real time? If you are properly logged out from our application, we cannot let you work back again. We need to drop or wipe your credential. And that was a tricky part, because there is no relationship on any closed windows, etc., that you have in the screen, that we can say to the backend, hey, this guy cannot work anymore, or how we can have the relationship to say, let's clean out the cookie, he's not going to work anymore. So we identify the packet that has the event on close in the application, and we push that file, we modify that file, and we put it outside the server, in a different server. So when you load your configuration, we push that file to you. And when you touch that button that you are close, we modify the JavaScript in the event of close, and we wipe out the credential at that moment. So if you reconnect back again, you need to start over your authentication. The present is that we are no longer in the office. In fact, 3 of the 5 offices have been closed already, And the one that I opened is just for shipping and packaging computer for agent. We are able to expand the business. We have a team in Madagascar that is responding call or open key for a 3-partner Amazon delivery in Australia. We have a team in San Salvador that respond flight requirement for Flight Hub. And for the human resource department that today market that labor shortage happening in Canada right now, we are able to recruit people through Canada and not only in the province. So this is our story. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlos. Wonderful job. Okay. So we do have a few minutes for questions. Again, raise your hand nice and high. We'll bring the microphone around to you. Anyone, again, joining us on the stream, please put your questions in the chat. So we did have one that came in. You touched it a little bit on your final slide. You work on this and other projects that have helped move to from a physical workforce to be 100% remote. What are the biggest effects that you saw? Have you seen access to more skilled employees, a more scalable solution? So expand a bit on that.
For sure. Before we were only like recruit or run our office, and right now we are able to just give you an example. We have Costco supply, and we maybe have a call from the West Coast, and we are in the East Coast, and it was difficult to take in call late in the night in the East Coast, but now we are able to recruit in Saskatoon on the West Coast. So it's a better relationship. It's a better client relationship with the agent, because the agent is at the same time frame.
I think that's a transformation that Gexel has gone through that's probably relatable to most people here and many organizations around the world with access to more talent, but also the challenges that come along with going fully remote. If there are no other questions from the audience, I'd like to give a big thank you for Carlos.